Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for putting together this hearing today. I want to set the stage for this bill as we get started. Imagine a Trinidad Aragua gang member arrives at the southwest border illegally near the height of the Democrat Biden-Harris border crisis in 2023. He's traveled a long way, but of course he's got taxpayer-funded NGOs who have provided him assistance throughout his entire journey. He's one of hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens encountered at the U.S. southwest border that month and more than 2 million that year alone. Because Border Patrol is overwhelmed, he's released into the interior of the country with a notice to appear in immigration court. To remain in the country and get a work permit, he'll file a bare-bones application for asylum that everybody knows is frivolous and stands no chance of success. Another taxpayer-funded NGO in the U.S. told him to do that, and he files his asylum application anyways. Because the immigration court backlog is nearly 4 million cases, it'll be years before his flimsy case is heard by an immigration judge. In the meantime, he'll move to New York or Chicago or San Francisco, be given taxpayer-funded benefits, be arrested for one crime or another, be coddled by sanctuary city leaders, and defended by Democrats who say America's long-standing immigration laws are simply too mean. Yet he'll remain in the immigration court backlog for years, filing continuance after continuance and motion after motion to delay his eventual removal from the United States. Years later, an immigration judge inevitably denies his frivolous asylum claim. The illegal alien gang member will appeal to the Board of Immigration Appeals, which will then take months, if not years, to reach a decision on his case. Once the Board of Immigration Appeals affirms the immigration judge's obvious decision, the illegal alien gang member will again appeal, this time to a federal court of appeals, which will take even more months, if not years, to deny his appeal. That's the process for one hypothetical illegal alien gang member allowed into the United States. It's not abnormal by any means, due to the open borders Democrat administration years ago. Thousands of federal man-hours at the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, and in the federal courts have been expended on this case alone, including countless taxpayer dollars. All of this to deny a frivolous claim by an illegal alien gang member to ensure he's deported from the United States. Today, we'll consider a bill to help end this insane nonsense. The Expedited Removal of Criminal Aliens Act is straightforward. It says if you're a criminal alien in the United States, you cannot game our asylum system and you cannot take advantage of the American people's generosity and remain in the country for years waiting for an immigration court hearing. If you're a foreign national who is convicted of certain crimes, you're ineligible for immigration benefits and relief. You must be detained and you must be deported quickly. For decades, current immigration law has authorized a more efficient process to quickly remove certain dangerous criminal aliens from the country. Under existing law, aggravated felon aliens can be removed from the United States without going through traditional immigration court removal proceedings. Current law also makes aliens convicted of aggravated felonies ineligible for immigration relief, such as asylum, and presumes they are deportable from the United States. This process is known as administrative removal or expedited removal. Every federal court of appeals to consider the constitutionality of these expedited procedures have held that the current statute comports with due process. This bill expands the categories of criminal aliens that may be placed in removal proceedings when they are in criminal custody and authorizes DHS to place additional criminal aliens in expedited removal proceedings. The bill allows DHS to fast-track the deportation of aliens who are not lawful permanent residents and one, are members of a criminal gang, transnational criminal organization, or foreign terrorist organization, or two, have been convicted of dangerous crimes. Democrats, I'm sure, are going to hyperventilate about this bill, but before they do, let's listen to the categories of criminal convictions to which this bill applies. Any felony, any misdemeanor against a member of a vulnerable group, any assault of a law enforcement officer, any sexual offense, any crime of domestic violence, any stalking offense, any crime against children, including sex trafficking of a minor or sexual abuse of a minor, any activity relating to material involving the sexual exploitation of minors, or any violation of a protective order. A vulnerable group in this context includes a child younger than 16, a pregnant woman, an individual with a severe physical or mental disability, and senior citizens over the age of 65. I think, Mr. Chairman, this is a bill that the American people agree with. In fact, a poll from just a few weeks ago showed that 78% of Americans support deporting immigrants who are here illegally and have committed crimes. That includes nearly 70% of Democrats. And those numbers are after a breathless 11-month full court press by Democrats and their far-left media allies to demonize the men and women carrying out federal immigration enforcement every single day. It isn't working. In fact, a clear majority, 56% of Americans, agree with deporting all immigrants who are in the country illegally. Even 36% of Democrats believe that all illegal aliens should be deported. It's no surprise. Let's consider what Democrats did to this country for 4 years. Historic highs of border encounters, with Border Patrol overrun and the southwest border completely abandoned. At least 8 million illegal aliens allowed to enter the United States, including 2 million gotaways who evaded apprehension entirely. Hundreds of aliens on the terrorist watch list encountered at the southwest border, with at least 99 potential terrorists released into the country, and we believe that number is probably significantly higher. That also led to an immigration court backlog that exploded to its highest ever. And the Democrat Party sat by and enabled the border crisis every single step of the way, doing nothing to stop it, in fact, doing everything they could to encourage it. When Democrats controlled and enjoyed unified control of the government with the White House, the House of Representatives, and the Senate, they went out of their way to leave our border open. They did nothing to secure the border, nothing to keep Americans safer, and nothing to enact what they constantly drone about, which is comprehensive immigration reform. So what have they done? Last Congress, the House passed a bill to secure the border and protect Americans. Every House Democrat voted against it. Last Congress, the House passed a bill to kick out foreign nationals who steal Americans' identities and commit Social Security fraud. 155 Democrats voted against it. Just this Congress, the House passed a bill to kick drunk driving illegal aliens out of the country. 160 House Democrats voted against it. Just 2 months ago, we passed a bill to increase prison sentences for illegal aliens convicted of felonies. 197 House Democrats voted against it. In January, we passed the Laken Riley Act, named in honor of the Georgia nursing student brutally murdered by an illegal alien. 156 House Democrats voted against it. In this committee, in September, we voted out a bill named after Kayla Hamilton, who was killed by an illegal alien. Every committee Democrat voted against it. At that committee markup, Representative Crockett, our friend, referred to Kayla Hamilton as, quote, a random dead person, end quote. Democrats even shut down the federal government just recently to restore taxpayer-funded health care benefits to illegal aliens. This is the Democrats' legacy on immigration, voting against common sense, rejecting reforms, demonizing the victims of their policies. And that's exactly what the American people resoundingly rejected last November. Foreign terrorists released into American communities, gang members unleashed onto American streets, illegal aliens crowded into American schools and hospitals, foreign nationals signed up for voter rolls, illegal alien benefits bankrolled by hardworking American taxpayers. That is their legacy. And at the end of it all, American communities are abandoned, American people victimized, mothers raped, daughters assaulted, sisters murdered, American cities overwhelmed, public services overrun, American generosity overburdened, and taxpayer budgets overstretched. And the American people said simply, we're over it. They gave Congress and the president a mandate to secure the border and fix a flawed immigration system that all too often benefits illegal aliens at the literal expense of American citizens. This bill is a step forward in fulfilling that mandate. Let's chart a new path forward. The Expedited Removal of Criminal Aliens Act moves us closer to that goal, and I urge my colleagues to support it. And I yield back.